California. It's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Jared Goff and the Los Angeles Rams.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the San Francisco offense as they are led out by their quarterback, the man known as Jimmy G. That's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The ball carrier.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 77 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space because the defense will key on him.
From the 31, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Out come the Rams, and at the controls, the former Cal Bear standing at 6'4", quarterback Jared Goff.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
3rd and 2, Goff. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Dee Ford has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 20-yard line.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. For the moment, they're on top of their division, projected to host a wild card game in the first weekend, but nothing is set in stone. There's a lot of shuffling that can still go on here. They haven't even clinched a playoff berth.
A lot goes into that one word you use, doesn't it? But you're exactly right, because nothing's clinched. So that means another win is necessary, being able to play to the best of their abilities, because they can go from where they are right now to right out of the playoff race. If things go in the wrong direction for them, they've got to take care of business. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
The ball carrier.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
At their own 11-yard line.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season as this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. Akers hit. He coughs it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set them back 5. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
Kickoff for San Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He starts with a give to Akers. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The throw complete to Dorsett. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
To Philip Dorsett.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, L.A. Cam Akers. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was Cam Akers who...
Capped it off with a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Garoppolo looks to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. Mostert decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Here we go.
They hand it off to Mostert. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
Nice play, man.
Holding offense.
Oh,
So a decent... gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
A 34-yard attempt.
The kick by Tavecchio is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
25-yard line.
Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. Well, looky there. He's getting close to 1,000. I'm sure he knows where he stands. I bet if the offensive line didn't know, he made sure they knew. I'm closing in, guys. Final week of the season.
You know who really informed the offensive line? The offensive line coach.
Okay.
Because it's a big deal for his unit as well to be able to say, hey, we escorted guys to 1,000 yards or more in a season, just like blocking for a 3,000-yard or 4,000-yard passer. So it's a lot of pride on the line, and his pride is paramount because he wants to be able to join that pantheon of guys that in the NFL ran for 1,000 yards or more in a season.
Pride on the line. I see what you did there.
You like that?
Now Goff on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
19-yard line.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And this one through the uprights and good. That time a 6-play drive. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things... a little bit worse, but in this particular situation you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. The linebacker Fred Warner right there on the coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Yard line, 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Goff. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, L.A. Philip Dorsett, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Rams are able to get back with... and a touchdown. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25. 35-yard line.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run right side with Mostert. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a give to Mostert running right. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blank. Everyone took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. 15-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And 2nd down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. On the give, this is Akers. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense at their first and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Looking to throw. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
At the Rams' 16-yard line.
And it'll be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front as that game draws closer to halftime. Christian Kirk with 2 touchdown receptions. From there, we'll take a trip east to check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And that one's at halftime with the visiting Lions out on top. The Lions might be wondering if it's time to call off the Dogs. At 4-10 already, victories now just hurt their draft status for next April. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson, as sharp as you can be throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up?
Mitch Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this carries into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He was taken down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Going right back to Akers. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Fred Warner in on the tackle.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
3rd down.
Out of the gun. Goff. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Complete to Philip Dorsett. A gain of 21.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends. Extra beef, they want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Gain of 18.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Van Jefferson was the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Connection made here, Goff to Higbee. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
There defensively.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
That catch good for only a couple.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Now Goff. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tyler Higbee, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Brent, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Garoppolo on first down. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Watch the run, watch the run.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Carry for the running.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. 12. Right here, 41 Mike. Get your swarm on. Shoot.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. 180. Let's go, D. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Jump.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Leonard Floyd. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point 4th quarter lead.
Shy of the goal line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Motion. 65. Trick. Mike 41. Come up the ball. Hey, 41 Mike.
On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo's
pass intercepted by the Rams. They'll
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Akers. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Fred Warner in on the tackle. It's a gain of 6. And the Rams first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. D Ford in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
19-yard line.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. A big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Number 22
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
30-yard line.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Again looking for Samuel, this time the catch made. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
I'm going back to you.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain link. Short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter down in Arizona. And the Cardinals scoring again. They've got that one in cruise control. Kyler Murray with 1 touchdown pass thus far. Here we go on 4th down. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He's back to throw, and it's complete. 8 on the year. And the 49ers have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So Goff and the Rams down 24-21. A minute 55 remaining. A chance to end this season with a bang as they come up with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Jefferson. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. To the air again. Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams trying to get going again. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They'll look to throw. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. 7 yards, the pickup there. Trying to hurry to the line on the very outskirts of field goal range. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
What's up, man?
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Goff. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield.